webinars and food industry. CASMB is Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Business. Our mission. Next. Our mission is to work closely with all stakeholders for advancement of micro, small, and medium businesses. And vision is make MSMEs more resilient and make them stronger backbone of Indian economy. Objectives of chambers are working extensively for the advancement and growth of micro, small, and medium businesses, represent MSME sector in various forums, empowering farmers to become entrepreneurs, conversions of academic research, advanced technology, government schemes, and policies to benefit of SMEs. Assist SMEs in developing products to cater to the global markets, capacity building through training and development. We blessed with great advisory board, core committee. Dr. Prabodh Halde is chairman of chambers. Mr. Nilesh Lele sir is founding president, and Mr. Umesh Kamble sir is secretary general. Our initiative includes knowledge series on webinars, webinars on various topics. We have already 100 plus webinars uploaded on YouTube channel. 10,000 plus people attended live and 10,000 plus views on YouTube. We have 2,000 YouTube subscribers. We run Startup Buddy program, which helps to build a network within professionals by signing up for the same. Startups can collaborate with various service providers. Food Tech Pathshala is a e-learning portal. Technology transfer, collaborate with technology innovators and initiate and handhold the technology transfer. Purna Brahma is our quarterly magazine, forward linkage, buyer-seller meet and exhibition. Every month, Chamber organizes a buyer-seller meet. This initiative is also supported by various government agencies. Government and foreign agencies connect. Chambers work closely with Indian ministries, agencies, foreign embassies, and consulates. Study tours and exhibition. Chamber arranges study tours and exhibitions for the benefit of chamber members. Women's Cell, a special cell has created to handhold trainers. Ongoing work. Chambers working on Entrepreneurship Development Program, EDP, in collaboration with banks, colleges, and universities to student internship training programs for SSG associated with VSTA, MCDC, MSAMB, e-learning portal called Food Tech Pathshala. These are some achievements. 250 plus food startups are part of the ecosystem, either through mentorship or startup buddy program. 15 startups have pitched their ideas, startups to investors, and are in advanced stages of getting funded. Through buyer-seller meet, we envision large business to happen. Technology transfer in fruits and vegetable processing, turmeric processing, dehydration, winery are in works between technology provider and startups. Other member benefits, event or initiative by partners, webinars, virtual meets, and live hosted by chamber. Support partner, events to be free or subsidized for members. Chamber office, free access and usage of chamber office at BKC. These are membership categories and annual membership fees. Events, we had hosted a conference at Nanotech International Exhibition in Mumbai, India on 14th September. Topic, MSME scheme and support to food industry. by Shri Praful Umare, sir, Assistant Director, MSME Development and Facilitation Office, Mumbai. On 15th of September at Annu Food Conference, topic leveraging conformity assessment framework for ensuring food safety farm to fork by Dr. Manish Pandey, Director and Head, PAD Division, QCI. Second one is on food safety and nutrition, role of conformity assessment and accreditation by Ms. Varsha Mishra, Deputy Director, NABCB and QCI. In Bangalore, FIHI India, we organize Fund Quest. And pitch 6 startups to 4 investors. CSMB and USEC seminar on soy food uses and business opportunities on 29 September 2022. Thank you. Contact details of Mr. Nilesh Lele, sir.
Thank you, Sneha. I would like to request Hemlata to introduce today's speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Atharva, sir, is the co-founder and director of Winone Product Technologies Private Limited, a startup which works on innovative coating technologies through polymer science and nanotechnologies. Sir is a mechanical engineer with a special interest in coating technology. He did his MBA in entrepreneurship from IIM Raipur. He started the company 3 years ago. He has been instrumental in commercializing various mine-to-market nanotechnology solutions like self-cleaning solar panel coating, thermal insulation coating, eco-friendly paper coatings, hydrophobic coatings for fabric and textiles, graphene-based corrosion protection coatings. His startup team consists of 35 members and have done projects throughout the country in power plants, chemical plants, refineries, fertilizer, irrigation projects, and commercial civil industries. With more than 50 successful projects, his company has set a foothold throughout the country. He has special interest in nanotechnology and its commercial applications in the industry. Today, he is going to share some light on new coating technologies for food processing industry. He is going to discuss a new age thermal insulation coating, which is a replacement for age-old glass wool insulation. He will also share technology insights on antibacterial coatings for clean room and hygiene control coatings. A warm welcome to you, sir. We can start session now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Hemlata, for the kind introduction. Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to everyone. And thank you all for joining today. So let me start with the presentation right away. So I hope you're able to see the screen. Yeah, so anybody can confirm if you're able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So today we are going to speak about innovative coatings for food industry. So I believe like all of us in a way are related to food industry as consumers or as manufacturers or in any kind of a way. So today I'm going to talk about innovative coatings for food industry and its application and how these coatings will help or are helping the manufacturing industry operate in a better way. So moving forward, just about my company. So we are a startup based out of Pune, and we have been working since last 3.5 years. And we work only on coating technologies which help you save assets, energy, and environment. So if you just a second. Yeah. So assets, energy, and environment, that's our core, you can say, our offerings. So you can say assets means we protect infrastructures like power plants, chemical plants, and everything. Then we work on energy through our coating, save a lot of energy that I'm going to talk about. And in general, then there is impact on the environment. Okay. We have been working around the country, but I've tried to highlight here my few customers. So on the top hand are the big, you can say big players where we offer our services. On the below part, they are the people who have been serving us in the food industry. So you can say Mapro is a very great brand, Gits, Godrej, Parle. Then we also work closely with National Institute of Virology in Pune, which is basically involved into research of all kinds of virus for research as well as defense purposes. Then all types of other beverage brand like Coca-Cola and chocolate manufacturers. So we have been introducing these technologies in the market and commercializing this. So mainly we work in the irrigation, oil and gas, marine, pharmaceuticals, all of that. So this is what I've tried to highlight in the new and old plants. So yes, coming to today's webinar, I'm going to highlight specifically on two coating technologies. One is for thermal insulation and second is for hygiene control through antibacterial or antimicrobial nanotechnology. So in general, today's webinar will highlight how coatings can help you save and improve energy efficiency, hygiene control, and asset integrity. So energy efficiency and hygiene control are two very separate topics. So I will go through it one by one, but they are related through coating technologies. So first, starting with the thermal insulation coatings. So in wherever we see in process industry throughout the country or throughout the world, there is heating or cooling. Okay, either something process has been taking place by heating something or making steam or evaporating it or by boiling something, or it is done by cooling or you can say refrigerating something. So when this kind of heat is moved from a higher point than the ambient temperature, this heat has to be preserved or this chilling has to be preserved. That's why insulation is used in most of this industry. But there are few conventional technologies which have been going on in the market, and there are some, you can say, drawbacks with that, and how we are solving these drawbacks, we'll look at that. So you see, conventional insulation consists of glass wool, rock wool, you can say some kind of a puff insulation covered with a you can say aluminum cladding. And that has a lot of problems, which it also actually is a very good system. It's been used in so many years and it's applicable in all the industries, like from refinery, power plants to food processing, pharma. But this system has a lot of inherent problems. So that problem we'll discuss. So what we're doing is convert this conventional insulation technology to a new technology through coatings. So you see this whole system of that puff, you can say the glass wool, rock wool puff, and the aluminum cladding is being replaced just by the coating. So we know like these are the problems with conventional insulation. The most major problem right now is corrosion under insulation. For example, if your pipeline is insulated and it's covered with aluminum cladding and everything, you do not know what is happening under the insulation. The corrosion must have eaten the pipeline. There must have the leakage must be starting. As soon as the, you can say the liquid or the process steam starts dropping from your cladding, that's the time you know, yes, there is some damage below the insulation. So corrosion under insulation is a very big problem of the country right now. So like I was reading a research paper where they have estimated around there's 800 crores worth of loss to just the oil and gas industry because of corrosion under insulation. And now you see this material which has been used for insulation is also non-recyclable. If you have come in contact with this material and if you accidentally touch it, it will start itching, or it will that the small fibers will penetrate into your skin. So now you imagine how the workers might be going through while installing this insulation. And this has been happening since many years. Also, this insulation is very difficult to install on complex structures. And you can say because of this complexity, lot of places, the insulation does not happen. Like on the valves, on the bends, you can say on precious equipments, control valves are there. So these kind of things are left open. So that these are the points from where the heat loss happens. And you can say non-visibility of leakage and structural defects, because this is what happens when corrosion under insulation comes into problem. So to tackle all of these problems, how are we working on it? So we have developed a coating technology which is applied like a paint, but it acts like an insulation. So we say we have integrated nanoparticles which are acts like an insulator on the nanoscale, and it is dispersed into polymer to make a coating. So you see 60 mm glass wool can be replaced just by 3 mm paint. So isn't that like a very big revolution, you can say? But it also has a lot of other advantages as well. So if you see, if I apply 2 mm coating, so from 120 degrees, we can bring down the surface temperature to 45 to 50 degrees. Also, if it is applied like a paint, it also acts like a anti-corrosion paint. So the problem for corrosion under insulation is completely gone. You can completely see the surface of the pipeline by visible eyes. You do not need to wait until the pipeline punctures. And on top of all of this is a water-based coating. That means it's non-harming, does not have any solvent. And the best part about it is skin friendly. So we are replacing something very conventional which was there in the market, which was glass wool, rock wool, or puff or PU panel with our coating. So few of the technology like application of features like I told you, it's water based with nanoparticles and completely free of you can say of any hazardous chemicals. And it works in two ways. It works in the heat side also. It works in the cold side also. So it will not let the heat escape the hot surface. And if there is a cold inside, it will not let the cold escape the cold surface. So it's an insulation on both the sides. So since it is applied like a paint, the application speed is also very high. So it can be applied with a brush or a spray gun. So basically anyone can use it in-house. Example, if we just give the bucket, any painter can apply it. Actually, our application teams also are trained painters. So it's so easy to apply. And so what we say is we work on polymer technology. So you can say it has a life of 3 years in exposed environment, but if we have good amount of top coats on that, we can extend that life up to 10 years. So I'm showing you some examples where we have applied this technology, mostly in pipelines. So if you see on my right side, this is a very complex network of valves and buffer vessels, and with pipelines and small, you can say, indicators. So it was very difficult for insulation, conventional insulation to happen here. So this is where we applied our coating. In the bottom part, if you see, these are chiller pipelines. So it's HVAC systems. So you can see the pipelines are such placed near to each other. It was impossible for the conventional insulation to take place. And this was a design error actually. But then to solve this problem, this coating came to help. So this was a hot application. This was a cold application. These are some pictures of application pipeline. We have also applied this on tanks. So basically this type of big size tanks are used to store the liquids which are just above ambient temperature. Example, the liquid inside the tank needs to be stored at 60 degrees. Okay, so for this just 20 degrees delta T, you have to do the whole insulation and the cladding, as well as other things which are very, very capital intensive as well as time taking. So what if we can replace this just small, you can say a 60 mm insulation with a 2 mm coating. So we applied this over tanks where just over like 1 or 1.5 mm thickness is doing the work rather than a 100 mm thickness. And the beauty about this is you can see the tank right away, and you can, if it is getting corroded or if it is having any issues, you can see it right away. Now you imagine if tank is insulated with aluminum cladding and water is seeping, and after 2 years you found out that there was a leakage. Now imagine the loss, production loss, or the asset loss which will happen. So this is a very big advantage for this. So these are few tanks. This is a heat exchanger. Then we have also applied on AC and HVAC ducts, where there was a limitation to the application of puff panels or PU foam. So this is also very good application, and this coating can be sprayed at a very faster rate. So no issues for like wait for the ducts to get installed and then it can be done. So this ducts can be coated on ground and then can be installed. So thermoshield, like when we talk about food industry, there is heating as well as cooling in the processes. So when we look at the dairy industry, there is a lot of cooling as well as heating in the same facility. When you look at other kinds of food processing, mostly steam is involved in most of those cases. So it has application in your steam pipes, your hot and cold water supply lines, then ducting for ACs, then also you can insulate your steel structures, the roofs and internal walls and windows with this. That's a very good application. Then you can also insulate the tanks and trailers like we talked about. So it has a working range from 10 degrees to 120 degrees. So up to 120 degrees, we can insulate and get it down to ambient. So I'm just showing you some case studies now. These are few case studies from a mix of oil and gas, you can say manufacturing, food, and as well as power plants. So these are some vessels which we did for Phenolics Industries, and you can see we got the 80 degrees temperature to 35 degrees. That's you can say 45 degree delta T with just 2 mm thickness. And you see this is open to atmosphere. And also, if you can notice, it would have been impossible to do conventional insulation with a vessel like this. So if a conventional insulation is to be done, these areas, like where my pointer is, these areas would never be covered, as well as with these tanks as well. We did multiple tanks there where conventional insulation was not possible. That's why for years, these tanks were left open. So with this insulation, now they can save almost 45 degrees of heat is retained inside the, you can say the vessels. Again, this is a case study from Dynamics Dairy. Again, this is a chilling plant, like, sorry, this is a hot application. This is a vessel which carries the steam. And again, this insulation had gone wasted because of the water ingress, and there was corrosion on the, you can say, on the tanks. So we replaced that with a insulation coating, and this was done immediately in a 1.5 days time. Okay, so they had a visit, so there was a very quick turnaround which we could achieve with this application. So with a 80 to again 40 degree difference in dry coat thickness of 2.5 mm. For the same application, they would have used a 60 to 70 mm thickness glass wool insulation with the cladding and with all the fitting. Few case studies with Thermax Engineering, like these are some of the their field installations where air conditioning unit was, you can say air conditioning unit as well as heating unit was in combination. So 90 degrees to 45 degrees, again, that's a 45 degree difference with a dry coat thickness of 3 mm. Now, if you see the structure of these pipelines, it was impossible to do conventional insulation. Or you can see the valves or the bends would have been open because the workmanship never happens properly in a conventional insulation system. So this is a very good example where complex systems can be replaced in this way. This is again one application. This is one very good application where we have the freedom to add any color in the coating. So the coating can be colored in any form. And if you see, this is done with a very good surface finish. This was actually, you can say, a reboiler, and it was exported to, you can say, the outside countries. So this was actually installed in the factory. It was coated in the factory and sent for export. If this was conventional insulation, the tank were supposed to send there, then insulation team was sent separately and the insulation material was sent separately in a container. This team would go there, install on site and come back to India. So instead of that, we have just coated this in the factory, and this will go as a ready-made one piece to the end customer. So this is the beauty of this product and how much cost and value it has saved for a lot of application. So yes, before moving ahead, so this was something on thermal insulation coating. We are continuously on the research where we are trying to reduce the thickness day by day, as well as and maintain the same temperature difference with the coating thickness. So if you have any questions, we'll take it at the end because I have one more part to cover. So this is a technology which we are working on since last 3 years, and we have got very good response. So whatever application is there, we can develop it because we have our own research and development team. So my aim with this technology is to eliminate glass wool and rock wool in the market, because there are a lot of drawbacks to that. It cannot be disposed of. The people who install it are having cancer problems, and there are a lot of other related issues to that. So this is a very good water-based solution, you can say, which can replace that age-old technology. So yes, moving forward, the second part of the webinar which I wanted to cover was antimicrobial coatings for hygiene control. So friends, we realized the importance of hygiene control when COVID hit us. So you were not able to touch any surfaces, or after touching or after going out, you could come back and wash your hands. Then you started using sanitizers on a daily basis. Then mask was a very mandatory thing. So why this came into picture after COVID, but this scenario was already present. Like these things were already happening in the food industry or the hospital industry, where sanitation or surface cleanliness is of very, very high importance. So what happened during COVID is we started working on these technologies, and what were developed during the COVID that got applied to other industries as well. So what we developed for common public were also available for the industries to adopt. So let's get into this. So what is antimicrobial technology? Okay. When we say antimicrobial, so example, the basic and most common examples of antimicrobial technology is your Dettol, or the soap which you use, or the sanitizers which you use. Okay, so they are all antibacterial, or the Lysol also which you use. Okay, so you must have seen the ad on the TV where there's a circle, there are worms which are moving, and then Lysol comes and just wipes it off, and you can just see one worm. So that is antimicrobial technology for sure, but they are temporary. Okay, so they are something which destroys the microbes at that point. But example, if I wipe this surface with Lysol, and then if I sneeze again on it, it will again get infected with bacteria. So what is that? How we can make this surface self-sanitizing for a long period of time? So antimicrobial activity can be defined as collective term for active agents. Okay, there are agents, okay, that inhibit the growth of bacteria, fungus, and viruses, prevent formation of microbial colonies and the spread, and destroy them. Okay, first is the prevent growth, then prevent the formation of colonies and their growth, and then destroy them. This is what antibacterial technology is. Okay. So I'm just showing you a video how antibacterial technology works. So what we have done is we have worked on a lot of nanoparticles which go into these coatings, and they act at a nanoscale. Nano means 10⁻⁹. So if you divide 1 meter by 1 crore, okay, you will get 1 nanometer. So if we started working on particles which are that much in like 5 to 10 nanometers in size. And what we did, we included that in the coatings or polymers, and it did miracles. So you can say we develop coatings which can destroy virus, bacteria, as well as fungus from the surface permanently. Okay, now how this works is we have demonstrated in a very simple graphical video. So like please pay attention and like see how it works. Maybe I'll also explain something in the middle. You see, like this person is touching everywhere. He sneezed first, that's where the bacteria is in his hands. Now he's touching it everywhere. So like from the lips to the pets to the mobiles, then your chair, your carts, everywhere. So all the common touches area, this person is touching it everywhere. So this is the bacteria or the fungus or the virus, can be anything. So this is the bacteria. Now what happens when this bacteria comes into contact with the nano coating? So here Ag means silver. Okay. So we developed the coating based on silver and a lot of other technologies. So silver is antibacterial in property. Like you must have seen, in the childhood we used to have chandi ke chamche se khana khela. So that was because of this, because inherently silver has antibacterial properties. So silver has positive charge. Okay, this is the silver Ag plus ion. So this positive charge migrate to the surface, and what happens? These positive charge particles go and attack the bacteria. If you see the structure of the bacteria, it has a cell body, it has a mouth, you can say, and this is kind of a legs used for attaching to any surface. And this is the DNA. The silver particle goes and destroys this legs, which is used to attach to any surface. Then this is kind of a mouth for the bacteria, where the nutrients go in, nutrients come out. So you see, like this is the stomach of the bacteria, which digests or the metabolic process. So the positive ion goes and destroys that. Then what happens is this positive ions destroy the bacteria completely. And then what happens is this goes and attacks the DNA of the bacteria. Once the DNA is broken, the bacteria cannot reproduce nor it repair itself. So I hope it was self-explanatory. So this was how silver ion works. So silver is Ag. So Ag has positive charge. So positive charge goes and destroys the bacteria one by one in form of a, you can say, first it attacks the legs, then it attacks the skin, then it attacks the heart, and then it attacks the DNA. Okay. So this is how when a coating is done. So these Ag particles create a layer on the surface. Okay. So I'm now going to show you some real life examples of some microscopic images. Okay. So you see, I'm pausing this video. So let's concentrate on this video first. Okay. So left side has antibacterial spray. So this is, you can say, E. coli. Okay, E. coli is a kind of a bacteria or microbe. So this E. coli, you can see this is sprayed with the antibacterial coating, and this is unsprayed. Okay. Now you see the difference. So left side is treated, right side is untreated. You see on the left side, the E. coli starts getting damaged. Okay. The cell is getting burst and they are getting in. And on the right side, you see they are growing in size. So this video is a period of over 1 hour. So you see at the end of 1 hour, here the whole bacteria is gone, you can say vanished completely or got killed, almost 99.99%. That's what they call, that's what they say in the Lysol video also. So that's true because there's a scientific method to calculate that. So 99.99% gets killed. And here you see it is like tripled in size. We'll see this video again. Concentrate on the left side compared to the right side. So So yes, this is what happens on your skin or your body when you're not washing your hands or you allow your the microbes to grow. So now one beautiful thing about antibacterial coating is you know how odor is caused. Odor is caused in like a combination of your example body odor, your sweat, moisture, and bacteria. So what this antibacterial coating does is it kills the bacteria. So it does not cause, it kills the odor causing bacteria as well. So odor is absolutely eliminated. So even if you sweat or even if there is a moisture in the air, you won't smell bad. That's the beauty of it. And we have created textiles and fabrics with this antibacterial coating, which makes it odor free. So I'm going to show you the right side video. So this is a bacteria, okay? And if you see these silver particles, like the shiny particles, these are silver ions. So you see what happens exactly. This bacteria which is moving, and then you see this bacteria will collide with this silver particle, and then see what happens. So now it will collide now, and you see how it gets destroyed immediately. Now you see the silver particle has entered the bacteria. Now the bacteria slows down and slowly gets destroyed completely. You see the bacteria died as well as disintegrated immediately. This is the power of the silver particle. So you see, within a period of 1 hour, you saw on the left side, and this is within a period of seconds, how nanotechnology kills bacteria absolutely. Okay, so now coming to food processing plants, how all of this is relevant in food processing plants. So food processing plants have all the conditions for bacteria, fungus to grow. Okay, it has moisture, it has water vapor, it has food, exactly, it has food which is actually residual from the cleaning of the facilities, and then it has you can say temperature as well. So food problem for food processing plant is it has continuous presence of moisture and vapor. Food processing plant which are regulated have high standards of cleanliness. Example, there's a morning shift which is happening and then it's an evening shift. So between both those shifts, there has to be a very thorough cleaning process. So the vessels are clean, the line is clean, the floors are also clean. So a lot of high standard of cleanliness are there. Then mold and fungus growth. We have seen because of moisture and continuous vapor presence, the mold and fungus growth is very huge in this kind of areas where the non-accessible areas. So whatever get cleaned is okay, but example, the roof surfaces or the corners or the area beneath the structures or beneath the machines, they are very bad. What happens because of this contamination of food products happen? So these things get into your food, and I don't know how much of this is regulated in India, but that it also reaches to our packed food products sometimes. And then also transmission of infection through touch. So the people who work in the factories, they can also be like having cold or cough or something like that. And when they are working or they are transmitting this example, one person has cold and he's entering the factory and touching things. So what happens? This bacteria which is infected on the door handle or the railing, that gets transmitted to other worker, and that's how it grows, and that in that form it can come into the food also. So these solutions or these problems can have a one single solution, which is antibacterial coatings or antimicrobial coatings. So how antimicrobial coatings is made is a very simple representation. There are two components to it, nanoparticles and polymer. When we combine both, we get a antibacterial coating. Now, it's not easy as it sounds. So nanoparticles, there are more than 10,000 types of nanoparticles. Okay, every nanoparticle has a different functionality. Every nanoparticles have different action mode, you can say. So silver will release positive ion. So ammonia, some form of ammonia will go and form a carbon chain. So a lot of different action happens because it's at nanoscale. Okay, so there is a combination of nanoparticles which can range from silver, copper, zinc, a lot of other combinations are there. And then there is polymer. So polymer can range from the water to epoxies, PUs, anything. And when we combine both, we have to check the stability of these nanoparticles in this polymer. So nanoparticles are something like magnets. They'll go and combine and form a bigger particle. So how to keep them separate and how to keep them in the nanoparticle form while they're dispersed into the polymers. So this is how antimicrobial coatings are made, and this is a very complex process. And we use a lot of other nanoparticle technologies, but majorly silver. So what can be done with these coatings? So what we did was we created 3 different applications for antimicrobial coatings. Wall paints. So we created 2 technologies in wall paint. One is we can make any water-based paint antimicrobial by just adding an additive into that. Or second is we also make the ready-made paint which has the antimicrobial additives developed into it. So wall paints. Then floor coating is something which is very relevant to food industry, process industry, automobile, or manufacturing industry. You do not see these floor coatings in our day-to-day, you can say, applications. So floor coatings also can be infused with nanoparticles which kills those bacteria continuously. And then the simplest mode for like everyday or like all-time use is surface coatings. So we made a water-based coating which can be used like a sanitizer, and it can give these nanoparticles, you can say, adhesion on your skin as well as glass, metal, wood, anything. So these are the 3 applications which can be done in microbial coatings. Now, beauty about nanotechnology is this particles can be also put into polymers, in plastics, in wood, in any form. And example, your phone cover can also be made antimicrobial if the nanoparticles are put during the manufacturing stage. But right now we'll stay focused on the coatings. So wall coatings has very good application in food industry or clean room area application, where you do not want any transmission of bacteria, fungus or virus through the walls. Like example, if I touch this wall and if my hand is infected, the bacteria on my hand will get transmitted to the wall, and those bacteria will immediately die within a period of 15 minutes to 30 minutes. So there is an intensity at which the nanoparticles kill the bacteria. Now, what happens in clean room application, we need to have very, you can say, very clean environment where the movement of air is also monitored with the filters. Okay. So this has application in food industry as well as in our home day-to-day application also. This, if your houses are painted with this kind of nanotechnology walls, you will never have any odor problems in the house, because the odor immediately gets disintegrated by the nanoparticles. And the beauty, again, one more beauty is this, is that it is a water-based formulation, it is eco-friendly, and it is food contact safe. It is so safe that you can like serve food on the wall and eat it directly. It is so safe. Okay. And one more advantage of this is the antimicrobial activity. It will last for the life of the coating. Until unless the paint is there on the surface, the paint will keep killing the bacteria. So this is how we can, with the help of nanotechnology, we made a simple wall coating live, or we gave life to the simple paint. So this is the antimicrobial application in wall coating. Similarly, these antibacterial properties can be given to floor coatings. So floor coatings are, these are applications for the food industry, where you need jointless floors for easy cleaning, or like you need curves corner, which are called the coving. So that is also there. So we infuse these nanoparticles in the coating as well. And you can say lifetime antibacterial activity and anti-sleep, easy to clean, maintain. And this can be done in existing facility as well. So floor coatings are relevant to only manufacturing industry. moving forward, this is something which can be used by everyone, which is universal surface coating. So we have developed a water-based coating, which basically looks like water and has nanoparticles inside it. And it can be sprayed on any surface, metal, wood, even your skin can be used like a sanitizer as well. So this coating is, you can say, active between 1 to 3 months. Once sprayed on the surface, it's just like a sanitizer. It will stay active until and unless the silver particles get consumed or the nanoparticle gets consumed. So once it gets consumed, you can spray it again. It is as easy as spraying water on the surface. And we are proud to say that it is this specific application is the most cost-effective antimicrobial coating in India, or you can say in the world, because we have made it so cheap and so affordable for everyone. And soon we are going to launch our own brand online where you can buy this coating. Basically, you can spray it in your shoes, inside your helmets, or inside on your clothes, and this surfaces will never have any bacteria, as well as it will become odor-proof. So this same coating can be used in the industry for the railings, the door handles, for trolleys, for canteen areas, for your common working spaces. So this will avoid the transmission of this bacteria or virus, or you can say COVID is gone, but still people have cough and cold nowadays during the summer, rainy season. So that to stop that transmission, these solutions are very good, very good. Coming to the end, few of the case studies which I'll talk about for this kind of application. There was a cheese factory. So you can see in cheese factory, there is a lot of steam and mold which is developed, because the process inherently involves a lot of heating, as well as you can say a lot of mold is infused. So fungus and mold had developed on the roof, and this was actually not helping. The water which was getting condensed on the top was falling inside the vessel which was making the cheese. So this roof had to be coated with an antibacterial or antimicrobial coating, and it also maintained and improved the life or the looks of the roof. So ghee manufacturing facility, floor coatings and wall coatings were done with this technology. So fruit jam manufacturing facility, this is very well known brand Mapro. So Mapro also had the same issues like the Falero chocolate which you use, like you see. The Falero chocolate is very sticky while it's getting made. So what used to happen while making the Falero chocolate, it used to get spilled over on the floor as well as on the walls. And this is where we also give them easy to clean as well as antibacterial wall coating as well as floor coating. One more big application is we work with National Institute of Virology in Pune. So this is a BSL-2 and BSL-3 standard labs. These labs are so you can say so equipped that they can handle any kind of virus, and that virus cannot escape that room. If it escape, it will like infect the whole city in a period of like 4 to 5 hours. So they are very highly developed lab used to research and for defense purposes to handle various kind of viruses. In those facilities, this kind of coating has been installed and has been like in functions in last 10 to 15 years. So one more chocolate manufacturing facility, floor coating was done with this antibacterial technology. And now hospitals, a lot of hospitals have started using the universal one. So this coating is being used by a lot of hospitals, offices, as well as MNCs to spray it on the common areas like lifts, staircases, your canteens, then workstations. So this is where these technologies have been put to use, and there is a whole lot of application which are coming up nowadays. So these are something, these technologies were only accessible to industry until now, but with the help of our research and development as well as manufacturing capabilities, we are soon launching a spray which can be bought online, and you guys can use it in your day-to-day activities, like in your shoes, helmet. So you can spray it on socks, you can use it on your sports clothes. And what that will do is, firstly, it will kill the bacteria. Second, it will make that object odor free. So you will not have odor problems for 10 to 15 days. So you can wear the same shoes, same socks for a week and not have any bacterial infection issues. So that's how we are doing it now. So these were the two topics which I had to discuss on. First was the thermal insulation. Second was the antibacterial technology. Both are relevant to food industry, and we are happy to give free of cost guidance to people who want to know how they can implement this. So it's not like you get the services or products from us, but we will help you in understanding the problem and giving you a solution, which is basically out of interest and just to help the industry, nothing out of business interest. Quickly, like there are some very innovative coatings and technology which we are working on except these two. So we work on corrosion protection coating, we work on waterproofing and building maintenance. We have also launched paper coatings, which is antimicrobial, which is basically eliminating the use of plastic lamination. So when these boxes are stored in the cold storages, like that's when they lose their strength. That's where we have a coating which is sprayed on paper, which makes it oil and water resistant. Then we do wireproof coatings, anti-stain and anti-odor coating is something which I told you, and fiber reinforced concrete. You can have a look of our products on www.winone.in. So yeah, this is from me. This is basically our portfolio. We are a very young company, still a long way to go, but we are very happy to get in touch with people in the industry who need these solutions. And out of any business interest, beyond any business interest, we are ready to help and partner with people who are ready to implement these new technologies to their facilities. So quickly, I can take questions. Anybody can unmute and ask, or you can put it in the chat.
Can I go ahead? This is Pankaj
Yes.
here, Pankaj Sambanwar.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is regarding the thermoshell product, what you have said. The temperature you said is up to 120 degrees Celsius.
Correct.
So on case-to-case basis, we can go ahead, go more.
Yeah, we can work up to 200 degrees, but
Okay.
about 200 degrees, the solution becomes unviable. So we stay focused up to 220 degrees maximum. There are technologies with us which can go up to 600 degrees, but then the financial viability comes into picture. So we stay focused up to 220 to 200 degrees.
That's great. And in addition to the advantages what you've shown for this thermoshell product, I would also like to add two advantages which I could notice or I have realized after seeing your presentation is the time required for the coating. If you see doing insulation, definitely that insulation at the critical components, insulation is really tough to do it. But also what I would like to add, what I feel is the time required for the insulation is also saved because of this product. That's what I feel after seeing your particular presentation. Also, in addition to this, insulation also has a lot of weight. And if we are talking about small equipment, it is okay. But if we are talking about big pipelines, big vessels, then the weight also should reduce, I believe, because of this coating, which will definitely result in less civil cost, as well as like if we are talking about pipelines which has hanger supports and all, the hanger supports and also will come down. So I believe weight also should reduce because of this particular product coating.
Correct. That's a very good point. For process industry, the hanger support, civil members or steel members, weights can also go. Thank you for going on what I had to share.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Any other question?
Some few questions in a question box, chat box.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, one small question. What is the shelf life of this anti-corrosion you said? No.
Anti-corrosion.
Yeah. Not corrosion, this germs and all you said.
Antimicrobial. Yes.
Yeah.
So shelf life, performance life, if you say of the coatings like wall coatings and floor coatings, it is there until the coating is there. Okay. If the coating vanishes, example, wall coating, I do a white paint. Until that white paint is there, that antimicrobial properties will be there.
Then means again you have to do the coating
But
on walls.
until and unless the wall coating gets, you damage the coating and it comes off, until that time it will stay active.
Achha, how can it be damaged if it is in a clean room and all that?
Correct. So it's a permanent, you can say.
Achha. Now in clean rooms, you know, I am Raja Vig from Vig Health. In clean room, we do this partition. So there is then no need for that, what you call, paneling. We do this. So then if we put the painting and all, then why should we put that paneling?
Yeah,
puff paneling. Puff paneling.
So yeah, this can replace that application completely. You do not need to go for such thick puff panels.
Puff paneling, there is no need for that then.
No need.
So
even with 1 mm, we can achieve a 30 to 40 degree delta T.
Okay, okay. Sir, how much is the cost difference? That commercially we'll talk, but approximately जैसे हम लोग epoxy करते हैं ground में और puff paneling करते हैं, उसकी जगह में आपका paint use करें और नीचे epoxy की जगह में आपकी coating use करें, तो कितना approximate क्या difference है? मतलब it is cheaper or it is equal to that?
So first to puff panel will be cheaper than puff panel.
Yeah.
And compared to floor coating, it will be the market rates. Whatever the market rates are, it will in that range. So no cost addition, you can say.
Okay, okay. But you know, some pharma companies we do.
Sir, I lost you. Like,
sir, you have gone on mute.
Oh, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, now I can.
Now, sir, now we are doing for pharma companies, so that they prefer puff paneling. So is there any certification or anything with that paid we can prove that this coating is practical?
Now we have to understand why puff panel is used. If it is just used for insulation, then heat insulation, then this is the right solution. If that is used for sound as well as heat insulation or for air, you can say air, then this coating might not work, but we have to understand for what puff panel is used to. So if it is just heat insulation, then you can go ahead with this.
Okay, okay. But hygienic also it is same equivalent to that. Yeah, yes, that is the main thing. Yes. So I'll contact you. I got your number. You can give me your personal number also. I think that what the number is there. I think that will be common number.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll contact you. Then my factory is near Pune only, so we can discuss and come to the conclusion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good, nice, sir. Nice thing you have introduced. Like we are heating, insulation, all that is all. मतलब paint के साथ ही काम हो जाएगा. Very good, sir. Thank you. Appreciation, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye. Good.
So until anybody has question, I'll take some from the.
Sir, Rudvika is saying, you said your company has developed coating for everyday uses for maintaining hygiene. So after how many hours reapplication is required?
So once this coating is sprayed, this is so how many hours reapplication is required? So it will work up to 1 month to 3 months. Example, if you spray it on your door handle, which is touched every day. Okay, so there you might have to do reapplication in like 5 to 10 days. But example, your tabletops or the places where you don't touch often, that will go on for, you can say, 1 month to 3 months. So these are not like sanitizers. This is a coating which will stay active until it is get consumed. I hope I answered the question.
So question from Ramaka Nimbakar. Can the wood attacked by bacteria and fungi, can the coating can stop the decay of the table, chair, etc.?
Good question. We have not tried this for wood actually, but if it is bacteria or fungus which is damaging the wood, then this will work. Then if it is termite, then you'll have to go for the anti-termite solution. So we are just working on bacteria and fungus right now. Anything which is at nanoscale can be destroyed by nanoparticles.
So the next question is, what is the future of nanotechnology coating? Are there any more industries where it has scope?
Yeah, so before that, I think there is one question. Jimmy Hitesh Bhai Shah from him. How much is it effective than wool insulation? How much it prevents from moisture and chemical? So this coating is, if it with thickness, it will give you temperature difference. Example, 1 mm will give you 20-30 degree difference. 2 mm will give you 50 to 60 degree difference. So with respect to thermal insulation, that is the effectiveness. And from moisture and chemical, on this top, in this insulation, we have a top coat which protects this insulation material from moisture as well as chemical exposure. So we can design this coating as per the exposure of the environment. And one more from Mr. John Raj, how long does the food stay? Need to refrigerate it. Okay, how long does the food stays? Okay, I didn't get this question. Maybe you can unmute and ask. From Palak, what is the future of nanotechnology coating? Are there any more industries where it has scope? Nanotechnology, within a period of 1.5 years, everywhere you'll see nanotechnology. Right now also there is everywhere, from your phones to your automobiles to your spectacles to everywhere you can see nanotechnology has been used, but people don't explicitly say that it is nanotechnology. Okay, so nanotechnology will come now into your clothes, it will come into your automobiles, it will come into the fuels as well, and everywhere. So whatever is been done conventionally will be replaced by nanotechnology, and carbon and graphene is the future now. So concrete, even in concrete, there are a lot of applications. Message from
So next question from Rahul.
Yeah.
It is tested for all age groups like children's safety.
Antibacterial coating is it is so safe that you can consume it or you can drink it. It is so safe for all ages. So it is a very you can say safe as well as water based. So in this all this solution which we say universal antibacterial spray, it is 95% water with 5% of additives with nanoparticles and other things. So it is very safe. It is even in some cases doctor recommended to consume to like kill the bacteria in your stomach, but not in this form but other forms. But it is very safe for skin touch. It is safe for even if it goes into your eyes also, it's not a problem. It is that safe.
Okay, sir. So the next question is, does this coating spray have side effects on the skin?
Yeah, I think I just answered that. It has no side effect. It's 95% water, so no issues. So this is a very good question. How this antimicrobial coating can work on every microbe when we know different microbes need different antimicrobials to kill them. So until now, the world knew antimicrobial through antibiotics. So antibiotics is something which chemically goes and kills the bacteria. What here we are talking is it goes and physically kills it. Okay, so any kind of bacteria, fungus, virus. We have tested this coating against 10 to 15 types of bacteria, fungus, and virus, which are commonly available or we find it commonly available in our day-to-day surroundings. And this has proved that it works against that. And nowadays, you must have known that bacteria are getting immune to antibiotics. Like you would keep eating those antibiotics in the stomach, still you're not curing because that bacteria has got immune or it has muted because of that antibiotic. So this is a different approach to that even.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
If the wood tables and woods, they are being bored by the beetles. So if I have come to know now it is partly destroyed. If I apply the coating, will it kill that and the wood will become same as early strength?
No, it won't regain its strength, but we can stop the degradation. So example, it has degraded 20%. So that degradation can be stopped right there. that
Okay.
cannot be rebuilt to 100% because it has already been destroyed.
Okay. So is there any example you have done somewhere in similar case or any case study on this?
So we'll have to understand your case specifically. We can connect offline. So is it for a household application or is it industrial application?
It is for a household application because I have wooden table in my house, which has partly been bored by those beetles, and now I think I have to replace it. That's why I thought I'd just make a small try of your sample if you send it.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
We can.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have a question on nanotechnology applications in concrete. Can you please elaborate?
So there are concrete, concrete is made out of cement, aggregates and water and sand. So this cement basically can be strengthened by carbon nanoparticles to improve the compressive as well as tensile strength. So if you know graphene is a new, it's the smallest form of carbon, and graphene is available in different types of shapes and sizes. So a specific type of graphene can improve the compressive strength of concrete by 50 to 100%. So we also are working on those applications where it is under testing. So it's a very good, so you can reduce the cement content to save the cement consumption basically.
But sir, graphene manufacturing in itself is expensive, right?
No, it is, graphene has millions of forms and shapes and sizes. Okay, so graphene inherently is a very, like the original way to make graphene was very chemically intensive. But there are a lot of technologies which are developed in India as well as abroad to make graphene on a commercially viable scale. And it has, example, the application which you are working on, it can also give cost reduction also. So,
okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Harsha Bagde is saying, since you said nanotechnology in concrete, could you please give us a few examples of where it can be used?
So nanotechnology can be used to improve the strength of the concrete. It can be helped to make it antibacterial. In rainy season, you see on the ledge of the buildings, you see the black fungus which gets formed. So if the antibacterial particles are infused during the concreting, this black fungus won't be forming. That is also one very big application. So, and also I talked about graphene.
So I think the questions won't stop. So others can email if maybe a last question and then we'll close.
I'll just take a better one. Like, can you explain a bit on mechanism, action of okay, this mechanism I showed it through the video. So you can watch it on, I think, the YouTube live. Yeah, so over to you, Diksha. Like,
yes. Over to you, Rasika. Official vote of thanks.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of CSMB, I would like to deliver vote of thanks. I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. Atharva, who gave such an informative session on new and innovative coating technologies in food industry. I further extend my thanks to participants and viewers who joined us from different locations. I hereby conclude this session. Thank you, everyone for joining.
Thank you, Atharva. It was a great session. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you, participants. I'm going to end this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.